Welcome. I am Eric Unfiltered. Here I discuss news, politics, and whatever else I find interesting, along with my very colorful, unfiltered commentary. If you would like to follow me on social media, I am on X at Eric Not Sorry, and on Truth or Facebook at Eric Unfiltered Podcast. I hope you enjoy. Now let's get on with the show. How is everybody doing out there today? I hope you are doing well. As for me, per usual, I am caffeinated, medicated, and never regulated, so let's freaking go. Hey, Connecticut taxpayers, how are you today? Do you enjoy living in Connecticut? The bastion, the utopia that is Connecticut. It's so beautiful. Isn't it? It's such a wonderful, well-ran state. Yeah, okay. No. Connecticut is pretty, especially in the fall, but it's ran by fucking clowns. It's ran by morons. And over the last few weeks, I couldn't help but listen to the powers that be cry over the cuts to Medicaid. Shut up. Oh, cry harder. Actually, yeah, cry harder. Now, look, I understand that some of the cuts in the president's big, beautiful bill is going to hurt some people. I get it. However, Connecticut is a shithole. It is. It's ran by idiots, and it sucks here. Taxes are high. Look at your paycheck. Right? Look at your property taxes, whether it's your car, your boat, your house. Yeah, isn't it fun? Oh, and the electric rates, they just keep going up, right? Home heating fuel, come on, I know it's only July, but I know a few of us out there are kind of worried about what the winter's going to bring, right? Yes. Now, since Connecticut is a sanctuary state for illegals, I just wanted to do a quick search. So while some of you are complaining about the cuts to Medicaid or crying about your taxes, I agree with you. I cry as well. And bitch and moan, whine and complain about it as well. I just wanted to do a quick search. A quick search of what it costs you and me every year in the state of Connecticut to harbor illegal aliens. So I went to Grok AI. If you don't know, it's the AI available through X. Now, again, it's an AI search, so as always, take it with a little grain of salt. But there will be some salt. So I will read what it told me, and I hope it chafes your ass as it should. So, without further ado, estimating the cost of undocumented illegal aliens to Connecticut taxpayers is complex and depends on the methodology and assumptions used in variable studies. Yeah, okay, fine. A 2023 report, now this is obviously a couple of years ago, a 2023 report by the Federation for American Immigration Reform, FAIR, cited by the Yankee Institute, estimates that Connecticut spends approximately, are you sitting down, folks? Are you sitting down? $1.3 billion annually. That's right. 1.3 billion with a B. Annually on services for, I'll change the language, illegal aliens, including costs for education, an estimated $689.4 million. Corrections and law enforcement, $157.8 million. Medicaid and other state programs. Yes, isn't that awesome? This figure includes services for an estimated 167,000 illegals and their U.S. citizen children. No, Now, they're anchor babies, totaling 225,000 individuals. $1.3 billion. I am so happy to pay my taxes. So happy. The FAIR report has faced criticism. Of course it did. Because it's exposing the bullshit we're being lied to. Connecticut's Office of Policy and Management stated that calculating precise costs would require costly and time-consuming research, as the state does not track immigration status for many services, such as public school enrollment. Really? They're concerned about the cost of studying the cost, as opposed to the cost itself. Even if that report by FAIR was off a little bit, let's say they went over. It's not 1.3 billion. Let's say it's 900 million. Okay. That's still a lot of freaking money for people that don't belong here. Unbelievable. All right, let's see here. Let me continue on. I lost my spot here. Yes. Critics, including State Senator Matt Lether and the Southern Poverty Law Center, has labeled FAIR a biased organization, questioning the report's methodology and neutrality. Yeah, okay. I question your loyalty to the American citizen and legal immigrants. That's what I question. Let's see. Specific program costs include Connecticut's Husky health coverage for illegal children and postpartum women. Well, yeah, because only women can have babies, which cost $13 million in fiscal year 2023 and is projected to rise to $38 million in fiscal year 2024 due to the expanded eligibility covering children up to age 15, not to count the influx of more illegals. A RAND study estimates that extending Husky to all income-eligible illegal alien residents could cost $83 to $121 million annually, about 3% of the state's Medicaid budget. Is that not infuriating? Does that not piss you off? Look at your paychecks, folks. Look at your check. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care if you're making $16 an hour or $600,000 a year. I don't care. Look at your paycheck. Look at your car taxes, your real estate. Look at all. It just keeps going up, 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 and up. And honestly, what do we get from it? What do we get from it? The roads are a joke. There was a recent study, I forgot where the hell I read it, where Connecticut ranks pretty shitty on the condition of its roads. Yes. Shocking. We all experience it. Yes, there's areas where there's nice roads and stuff like that, but there is some really, really crappy roads out there. Oh, but fear not. Fear not. Our governor just announced a new, train station or railway or something because, yeah, that's what we need. More trains. No, we don't. We need people in this state to do their job and uphold the Constitution of the United States and to get illegals out of our state and out of our country and off the dole. Why is it that Americans that are struggling can't get any help because they make too much money or some bullshit, but yet illegals can get basically free health care? Essentially. I'm sure they pay something. But it's such a burden on us. Why? Why are these people still in power? Why? Connecticut does have a lot to offer. As I said earlier, it is beautiful, especially in the fall. But it's so goddamn expensive expensive here. If you are up, let's say, in southern New Hampshire, and you're like, let's take a weekend road trip. Let's get away for the weekend. Why would you come to Connecticut when gas is anywhere from 50 cents to $1 more a gallon? And if you're a smoker, cigarettes are more expensive. Alcohol's everything. Food, you go out to dinner, everything is more expensive. So why would you come here? They'll probably just go north to Maine. Maine's pretty, although their governor is out of her fucking mind too. But this is ridiculous. They're crying about the cuts to Medicaid and how it's going to affect so many people. Well, if it's affecting illegals, I really don't give a shit. I feel bad for the other people. Again, I don't know a whole lot about Medicaid and all that. I haven't jumped headfirst into that disaster. But again, it's another government program, so of course it's a disaster, and it's just a siphon for our tax dollars. But yes, over $1 billion annually of our tax dollars, which could be going to, I don't know, homeless veterans, maybe assisting senior citizens, maybe helping cut the costs of taxes or our electricity. Crazy. Maybe some of that money, if we weren't pissing it away on people that don't belong here, perhaps some of that money could have gone to invest in research on what else we could use to get rid of hydrilla in our waterways instead of going right to the toxic chemical of diquat. I know, crazy. Crazy. This place is mismanaged so bad. Just fucking terrible. We deserve better. We all deserve better. Do better, Connecticut. All right, I think I'll wrap up that segment. Today's probably going to be a short one. Right now, off the top of my head, I only got one more topic. I might do two more. I don't know. But my next topic is the WNBA. Yes, the Women's National Basketball Association. Yes, there is such a thing, if you didn't know. If you were unaware. Because a few years ago, I don't follow basketball, to be honest. I'm not a big NBA fan. Every once in a while, I'll watch some college, but it's not my thing. But to each their own, But the WNBA, the players, they're crying about how much money they make. They want to get paid as much as the NBA players do. I'm not joking. No, I'm being serious. I'm being dead serious. Yeah, that's not going to happen in anytime soon. I'm sorry. So I'm going to do a quick search, and I'm going to discuss some of the numbers when it comes to money as to why people like Angel Reese, that biatch, and Caitlin Clark and Paige Beckers and the others, as to why they aren't making $45 million a year like some NBA players. So, like I said, let me do a quick search, and let's get into it. So I did a quick search for, let's see, the profits of the NBA. What's their annual revenue? In the 2023-2024 season. Now again, this is an AI search, take it with a grain of salt. But it states that the NBA generated a total revenue of approximately $11.34 billion with a B dollars in just the 23-24 season. $11.34 billion. It's an increase from the previous year's $10.58 billion. Interesting, right? Let's see here. Now let me scroll down to the WNBA. In 2023, the WNBA generated approximately $200 million in revenue. That's it. $11.34 billion for the NBA and $200 million for the WNBA. There are NBA players, Major League Baseball players, and so on that make more than what the WNBA generated in 2023. Despite revenue growth, the WNBA has consistently operated at a loss. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver stated in 2018 that the league lost an average of over $10 million annually since its inception in 1997, totaling at least $280 million in deficits. More recent reports indicate losses of around $50 million for the 2024 season, despite increased popularity from stars like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. What? That kind of tells me that, no, I'm sorry, ladies, you are not, you're not going to be getting paid what NBA players are getting paid. Now, this stems from, I think it was Saturday on July 19th. At least that's when I saw the pictures. WNBA players, while they came out for warm-ups, were all wearing shirts in unity, of course, that stated, "Pay us what we are owed," or something like that. First of all, bitches, nobody owes you shit. Nobody owes you anything. You go out there and earn it. I know months ago, probably last year sometime, I did an episode regarding people complaining over the rookie contract price, negotiations and whatnot between the WNBA rookie Caitlin Clark and the NBA rookie who I don't recall his name, because the paychecks were very far apart. And obviously, you can see why. And as I stated back in that episode, if she didn't like the money, she didn't like the check, she could not take it. I mean, she went to college. Most of these women, as far as I know, they all went to college. They don't like their contract and they don't like the paycheck, then go into the field that your degree, what you learned. Use your degree, go into that field, and move on. But yes, in solidarity, they all were wearing these T-shirts. And, like I said, you're not owed shit. Nobody owes you anything. And when your league is running at a deficit, where are you getting that money from? Where are you getting that money? As logic states, it would say, well, then you owe the league money. They don't owe you money, you owe them. Because if the league, like I said, is running at a deficit, where is that money coming from? Where is it coming from? It's such a fucking joke. And then I believe it was Angel Reese and others were like, basically talking like they're going to strike. They're going to sit out. Go for it. Nobody fucking cares. I shouldn't say nobody. I'm saying, it's the obligatory nobody. I'm sure there are some people out there that would care. But go for it. Go for it. Because I know I don't give a shit. I ain't tuning in. I'm not going to the games because I'm not a basketball fan anyways. But go for it. Where do these people expect the money to come from? I mean, the WNBA, it sounds like it's being ran like most of the states around the country. It's deficit spending. Well, how are you going to generate more revenue? Increase the cost of tickets? How many games are sellouts or even 85% sold out? Hello? Crickets? Really? Where do these people think that the team is going to be getting the money to pay them what the NBA players make? They're out of their mind. Jesus Christ. These people graduated college and they're this fucking dumb. Astounding. I can't even talk about that anymore. That's just stupid. These people are out of their mind. They're out of their mind. It's like me going to McDonald's and saying, I want to work part-time and I demand $65 an hour. It's like, no, that's not going to happen, pal. Bye. Would you like a fillet of fish on your way out? Get out of here, people. Let the WNBA fucking shudder as far as I give a shit. I mean, they're just a bunch of whiny, complaining bitches that they don't have a clue. They don't have a clue. They don't have a clue. Unbelievable. Moving on. All right, I did think of one more topic to talk about, and it is here in Connecticut. Motorcycles and motorcycle riders. I am not one of them. I do not ride, but I know people that do. I've got some friends that enjoy the open road riding a motorcycle. Hats off to, or helmets off to you. I can't. I attract too many assholes, and I drive with four wheels. I can't imagine doing it on two. That's not for me. But to each their own, of course. However, recently in Connecticut, there have been an uptick in accidents involving motorcycles. Now, I know that I also have seen some motorcycle riders that ride like assholes, bobbing and weaving in traffic, doing about 90 to 110. I'm sure it's fun until squirrel, right? Or a little sand. Maybe some grass clippings or a wet leaf or two. It's dangerous shit. But I also have witnessed motorcycle riders riding normal, just tootling down the road, keeping up with traffic. And then I see idiots swerve in front of them, or worse, tailgate them. What are you guys doing? Pay attention. I also, just this past week, I saw a motorcycle rider doing about 80 tailgating somebody in the fast lane. What are y'all doing? What are you freaking doing? I mean, just this month of July, there was an 18-year-old that was seriously hurt in Bristol on July 12th. In Mansfield, another motorcyclist was injured on July 14th. On July 18th, there was a motorcycle crash on I-91 South near North Haven. The next day, July 19th, in Groton, motorcyclists sustained serious injuries after losing control and crashing. Now, I don't know what's to blame for all of these accidents. Perhaps it was an idiot driver. Perhaps it was road conditions. Perhaps they were hot dogging it a little bit. I don't know. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm not blaming because I don't know. All I want to say is if you are a motorcycle rider, be safe and keep your head on a swivel because there's not a lot of people out there paying attention to what the hell they're doing, let alone what you're doing. Hell, just this past week, I was driving home, and there was a woman riding my ass, and she spent half the time staring down at her phone because that's just what stupid people do. Now, people that are driving cars, keep your head on a swivel. Yes, there are motorcycle riders that are going to catch up to you really fucking fast because they're riding like ass. They're riding like ass dicks. Also, there's motorcycle riders that may just be right beside you on the highway. So before you switch lanes, don't just slap on that signal light. Well, if you actually use it, because it's Connecticut after all. But put your signal light on and look. You have a thing called a neck. And I know some people it doesn't work very well. I mean, fair enough. But if your neck does work, it's used to turn your head. That's right. You can turn to look right and left. It's crazy. I know. It's a new invention. I just heard about it recently. So before you change lanes, fucking look. Make sure that there's no motorcycle in your blind spot. Be safe out there, people. We all want to get to where we're going in one piece. And motorcycle riders, they outside of a helmet and maybe some good boots and a jacket, they really don't have much protection. So pay attention. Oh, and people that mow their lawn, do not blow your grass into the fucking road. If you do, clear it up. Get the grass out of the street, because wet grass and wet leaves are bad news for motorcycles. Even for cars. If somebody's coming around a corner and their tires get onto that wet grass, they're going to slip. But a motorcycle, they're going to slip and go down. So pick up your fucking clippings and your leaves. God, it's so freaking simple. Be careful out there, everybody, whether you're on 2 wheels, 4 wheels, or 18 wheels. Slow the fuck down. Pay attention to what you're doing. Damn, Gina. I can't believe I'm recording this, because it's just, there's so many dumb people out there. Be aware of what you're doing. Be safe. Come on. All right, thank you for tuning in. I think I'll wrap it up right there. I know, relatively short one, but there will be more on the horizon, I am sure. So thank you for tuning in. If you like this episode, I have plenty others you can tune into. Tell your friends, tell your family, give it a like, share, follow me on the socials, all that good stuff. And until next time, keep being